Divine greetings, masters. Very good evening, good morning, and good afternoon. This is Madhu Soni, welcoming you all to Light and Soul Meditation English Group Masters. I'm grateful to each and every one that you all are here. Thank you for being here, masters. And so today we have Your Soul's Plan Swadhyaya, as it was going on already. So today we have Rani ji with us, and would like to bring her up here. And so before we go ahead and do the Swadhyaya from page number 108 to 117. So masters, Rani ji, she's basically from New Jersey. She's a mother of two handsome boys, 14 and 12 years old, married and currently living in New Jersey and for 16 years. And she's also working as a banking professional, helping people with their financial goals. And she was into Bhakti Yoga and now with ISKCON. And now she's also working with us and she's also meditating along with us in Light and Soul Meditation Group and helping us with the Your Soul's Plan Swadhyaya. So she would be taking us, this is her second time Swadhyaya. So welcome Rani ji and all the very best. And let's see what you have brought for us today. What is the story now? Chapter 4, right?
Right. Thank you so much, Madhuji, for giving me this opportunity again. So this is Bob's story. This is a new story. And the writer is Robert Shaw, as we all know. He initially thought that he would skip this story and not put it in this book, but later he realized that Bob was a gift. He was a gift from Spirit, and he must mention this story in this book, which is little different from what we were reading all this time, where the soul pre-plans his birth and everything goes according to the plan. There was something that happened, an accident happened in the life of Bob, and how that changed the life plan in the middle of when the accident happened, and how it was changed instantly in a rapid way by the angels and the souls coming in between and helping him to pre-plan his life. So this is a unique story. And it has a niche in this book because this is the only story which has an accident in between. So, and Bob is the character we are talking about. Robert is the name. He's the only person whose life change blindness was the result of an unplanned accident. So he was not born blind, but something happened, which I'm going to cover, how that gave him blindness for life. So Bob actually had not thought of experiencing blindness from the first stage of his pre-birth planning. In fact, he had originally designed a very different life for himself. But when the blindness occurred, Bob and all the guides came in together and created a new life blueprint from him. And so that's what Robert says, that we are the joint creators of all that we experience, right? We script some of the incidents, and we do not script some of the accidents. We only do that after we incarnate. However, there are generally some instances can be sudden instance, and here the Bob story actually makes us realize how he adapted to it. So when he came out of he was born premature, Bob, right? He was put into an incubator. When he came out of the incubator, he was declared blind. And this was because of mistake that the nurse did, and the oxygen supply went more than required and in his incubator, and that caused the cells of his retinas multiply too quickly. So for a premature baby, that was a big fatal accident, rendering a mass scar tissue in his eyes. So that was the reason of his blindness, and later we will come to know that how that helped him to pre-plan Plan B came into picture in his life. So when he was little, some experiences which he wanted to share, that he never thought he's different from others because he never actually realized the difference. When his mom used to say, turn off the lights, it's dark in here, but he had no meaning. It had no meaning for him. When mom used to say, your aunt is coming, he would say, how would you know? Because she said that I can see her. Then he used to ask how I cannot see her. And then the mother was very encouraging, very supportive, from his childhood. She said, some people see with their eyes, but you see with your hands. So you will feel when she comes in. So, and he was very, mom was very welcoming, very supportive. So he didn't realize the difference until he started school. So when he started school, well, the other kids used to learn with pen and pencil. He studied Braille. Braille is a language of, for vision impaired. You all must be knowing, where, like a pin kind of dots are there where they touch and type and they understand the word and sentences. And sometimes, so at school only he started to realize a little bit of difference. And when at home, even though the mom was very supportive, but he faced some challenge from his father. His father didn't take much interest in him or kind of put any extra effort, because he himself was disappointed to have him as a blind son. So because Bob was blind, he kind of, father was disappointed, so he did not put any interest. But mom had all her interest, and aunts were also supportive and loving. So some example which gave him a self-assurance and some confidence I wanted to bring is when mother said, when people used to, like Madhuji covered yesterday, that for any kind of challenges if somebody has, don't make him feel that by going extra way of showing that you're more helpful or more doing better for that person. It actually make them feel low. So what mom used to do is, sometimes when Bob pretended to read from printing books and making up story as he's turning pages, so people used to laugh and they used to like, why are you giving it to him? And then she said, he will learn himself, so give him that chance. So once somebody said that, oh, the book is upside down, but the mother never stopped him from doing this, because she said this is a very good way of bringing up a blind child, because it makes them feel that they are normal, they should be accepted the way they are. And socially, when Bob went to the junior school, he felt very lonely because he had no friends. He had no kids who would talk to him, or there was no fun. When he went to this school, there were only few places where he was included, and one of that was the music class. When he attended the music camp, one of the most wonderful summers he remembered, and he always had a friend to walk with him. The staff took an interest in Braille music, and Bob played clarinet in the orchestra. And Bob says that this is a small way he tried to show that blindness does not have to be devastating stumbling block. And he graduated from that college. He was very proud of that fact. In the college only, he came in terms with his homosexuality, which was a part of his pre-birth planning. And the best friend he considered was Harley, a Labrador, and that he was the only companion he had for 8 years. And when he used to play with Harley, he used to forget about his blindness because he just loved walking with him. Now, Robert, when the writer had a conversation with Bob, he just started asking a few questions like, please help me understand, how do you conceive any object, like with your blindness? And he would say that any object I would conceive with the shape and the feel, right? And then he asked that, but sometimes like an airplane, do you have any concept of what a plane or other large objects look like? So Bob said, to tell you the truth, no. But there are a lot of things where he learned the words but could not picture them like an airplane. But he said that I learned more about animals, but I do not know how they look or touch because I've never petted them. Right. So I don't know how an airplane looks like. I don't know when you say a person is handsome or ugly. My dreams are all voices, like radio program. I can't feel much or smell, just voices, as he never actually saw anything. So if I think of a dream or I want to be somewhere in my dream, I'm automatically there. Just like, for example, just like when we are in spirit, when we travel and we are going to a destination, simply by focusing our attention on the desired destination. So I'll give you my example. So when I was thinking of going to India, and just by thinking of that, I'm already there. So in spirit, I'm already there with my mom, with my family. So he's never seen dark or light. And then the author asks, in your dreams, is there ever any reference to your being blind? Bob says, no, it doesn't matter if I'm blind. If I want to read a menu in my dream, there is no menu. I just know everything that is on the menu. It's me just knowing things. So Bob, again, he asked that, how are the blind different from sighted people? So Bob replies, I think we are more sensitive to certain things like touch, smell, kindness. And when you're blind, you become a barometer of kindness and unkindness because you need it for survival. That is such an important line, I thought, that when you're blind, you just need something for your survival, and that is the kindness is your barometer. And then the next question he asks Bob is how he might be different if he were not blind. And he answered that it gives me like if I have a real feeling, right, for underdog, but I might be much more snobby, more concerned with money, with the way people look if I was not blind. So those things don't have any meaning to me now, like money and all. It is the essence of person that matters. So the difference he thinks, Bob, is for being, he being blind is he looks at the essence of a person and not the look, whether handsome, ugly, money, or things like that. That also touched my heart. He said that blindness gave me actual love, real love for animals, because I know what it's like to depend on a dog and have a dog use his intelligence to help me. And I've learned to trust animals because his friend for 8 years, his Labrador, he actually guided him, right? So he said, when you're guided by someone, you have to trust them. So I trust animals. Now, Stacy is the person who is going to have that conversation with Bob's soul, the pre-planning stage, which was, the conversation which Stacy will have. So this is the session where she's going to have question and answers. I'm going to read that some of the questions and answer because there are a number of question and answers, and that's how we're going to understand. So the conversation with Stacy had with Bob was a little different because there are two scenarios. One, on the board there was one transitional board and a final board. Why? Because as I said, the plan was changed a little bit after his birth, after he went blind. So she's saying that my conversation with Bob has given me slight understanding of the challenges faced by person who are blind. And though I could imagine these challenges might produce tremendous personal growth, I was just eager to learn the specific way in which Bob had hoped to evolve when he planned the blindness. And at the time, I did not yet know the original plan for his life had included no such experience. Like Stacy did not know that originally when Bob planned this life, blindness was not included. So she conducted 2 readings for Bob. And Bob referenced the board souls used to design the upcoming incarnation, but unlike all the other planning session, Bob uses 2 new boards. Right, so the final board that contains the new plan for his life. And then just before the meeting, the session, the author actually told Stacy about this. He was born prematurely and placed in an incubator where excess oxygen had caused his blindness. So now she knows. Okay, so Stacy then, learned that in this lifetime, he desired to grow in self-love and self-acceptance. To stimulate this growth, he had originally planned the life challenge of discovering and accepting his homosexuality within the context of heterosexual marriage to a woman named Maureen. So that was the original plan. But when the blindness occurred, Bob and his spirit guides created a completely different plan that would permit him to accomplish the same goal. So she was very thrilled to witness this. Okay, so she's also saying, so she said that you experience lifetimes of great impoverishment in order to forward your spiritual growth. You work on lack of ego in these lifetimes. She's telling Bob, you worked on lack of ego on all the lifetimes, denying yourself and giving the body only what was necessary for the existence. Now, she also said that you were in past lives, right? You were a hermit monk in Spain. That was to insulate you against the slings, arrows, and injustices of humankind. You walked a long road as part of your mission. In one of the lifetime, you were very thin, you begged for food and lived off the generosity of others. So these lifetimes was the precursor to the choice you made for your current lifetime. You rather liked living in solitary life and interacting with people in kind and generous way. You were a sensitive soul. That was part of why you chose to isolate yourself in that lifetime and multiple previous lifetimes. In the planning stage before this lifetime, there was much talk about bringing balance into your being and being part of those in the world this time around. Now you wanted to interact with people, because all these lifetime you were a monk and you used to isolate yourself, and you felt very comfortable interacting with people who were to be your family. You wanted to create a lifetime where you would honor your family and be close with them. You promised to work on lack of self-esteem for this lifetime, and you had developed it by going a little too far into the hermit. Yes, when he took birth as a monk, so he actually developed that self-esteem. So he wanted to use that, work on it this lifetime. Okay, he wanted to retain his emotional independence, and that worked very hard over several lifetimes for him to attain. It was a challenge in this present lifetime to build his self-esteem from within. So you go back and forth between the end and reinforce who you are. Now, when the mother gave birth to him, right, prematurely, it was not expected. It was not in the plan. The pregnancy was even though watched by his spirit guides, but nonetheless, premature birth was news, and it just arrived suddenly. There was a surprise. So just that's the accident he was talking about, the writer. Even though the guides were there by the incubator, aside waiting for him to split and then come in the state of consciousness, where the the spirit or the astral body is released. They knew it was going to happen quickly. Some people might say that they pulled him out of the body, but they did not. They wanted him to say, through Stacy, they wanted Rob to know that they started a chessboard, the spirit guides, okay, and the planning board right in front of him. And how the chessboard works is there's a chart on which the steps of growth and development are plotted through one's life so that the soul has a visual reference. This board is like a flow chart, and the flow chart is a question. If the answer is yes, you take one path. If the answer is no, you take a different path. So when that accident happened, where he became blind, he was taken back to the drawing board. Right? Bob and the two of his spirit guides got together, went back into the room with the planning board to diagram the alternate path. That's the plan B that would be taken to still achieve the soul's goal for this lifetime. So everything was happening very, very quickly, rapidly. They were showing Bob the planning, right? And it was very disoriented by this rapid and huge change and surprises to find himself there. He did not realize what was happening to the infant body. He recognizes his guides and he trusts them and is totally willing to be guided. So he was waiting for the guides to guide him. So the guides are speaking, both the guides are talking, and he could hear them who is speaking for Bob, telling Bob that there has been a mishap in a procedure where the Bob's brain has received too much of oxygen, and Bob is in a state of shock. His eyes, his pupils dilated, numb and glum. So the spirit guide, the nurse involved in the operation of the tubes attached to the crib, where your physical body is even now, has made an error. So the nurse actually made an error and has allowed too much of the elemental oxygen to flow through. This has elevated the oxygen level in your brain, and the damage is occurring as we speak. I see them showing Bob his eyes, the baby's eyes. Bob's spirit, while attached to the body, is out of the body as they speak to him through telepathic thought. His mind's eyes sees those eyes. They show him the damage and how the eyes will look as he proceeds through the childhood into the adulthood. Spirit guide again says there is no damage to the brain. It is only to the eyes. But there's an increase in your intelligence, actually, though. It is a minor increase. It will serve you well. You now have the option to reevaluate your plan for your life to see if these changes will serve your purpose for this life, if you desire so. You may also withdraw from this body, return to us, reevaluate a new host family, and draw up new plans. So they leave the choice to him. Now, Bob's soul starts asking rapidly his guide's number of questions. Right, so Bob asks, what about my work? So Spirit Guide says, this will be accomplished. The plan was accomplished. Bob then again asks, will this handicap impede the evolution process in this lifetime? So the second guide was not even sure. So she said, let's see. So between the guide and the Bob, right in the middle of the year, they are planning, right? There's a board for his own life in the bottom and a transitional planning board above that, and above that the board for Bob's life as it will be after this change. So these boards are like hologram, right? Filmy in appearance, not solid, but he can see everything there in three different boards. And they thought create these boards and draw lines on them. Lines represent the process of growth. So as they're thinking, the board is created and the lines are drawn on them as they represent the process of growth. And every line, like family line, health, birth, home, education, friends, things like that. So those were the lines. And they, as they talk, the elements, like the lines, move on the board. The first thing they take from the original planning board is the transitional board, is his mother. The spirit guide says that your mother will remain the same. And Bob said, that's good. And he was reassured right there. And father will be the same. And then they moved to the original board in the middle of the board. Your father and mother, they'll still be with you. And then very quickly, other element, the spirit guide, moved like family, pets, relatives, things like that into the transitional board. As the guide moved these elements to the transitional board, they appear on top, like it's been taken care of, so they go on top, right? And spirit guide also said that these elements are unchanging, which goes on top and will remain a steady influence, focus, and force in your life. But few elements like your teachers, your school, is no longer relevant because of your condition, which was earlier planned. You will now be going to a different school, and that will serve your need with your current, the blindness. Your friends, which were originally planned to meet you in school, you finally meet them in high school. These friends move to the transitional board. So they are working on it while they're talking. This is happening like very, very fast, very rapidly. So there are friends who are important to Bob at that lifetime. Bob is shaking heads. So he's agreeing to what they are talking. The conversation is happening very rapidly as the guide also move elements from original plan to the transitional plan. So original plan is the plan which was planned before this accident was in the plan. And then the transitional is the new one, which they are planning right there. The spirit guide also said the woman who agreed to be your wife may opt out of this agreement. You will still be served challenges to serve to your self-acceptance, but without her. You will experience a stronger challenge because now you have the absence of a supportive partner. So Bob says nothing, but he just asked that about the woman. He's calling her Maureen. Bob asked, will I at least have Maureen's friendship? Maureen is the woman. Spirit guide says, that is her choice. Let us bring her in picture. And this is so fascinating while I was reading, because she comes in picture. Now, Spirit Guides brings Maureen, but she's not been born yet. The future wife has not been born yet. So they're saying from the middle of the rib cage up, I see a physical form, and it is not solid. You can see through it, but it is the same shape of a female human body. The body she will take in this life to be. She appears to be between 25 to 45 years of age. Below that is a light body, the spirit body. The guide is saying she's wearing part of the cloak. It's an instantaneous thing that happens as she recalls. And her plan for her life intersects with Bob's. She is shown in the new diagram of Bob's life for a long time. She says nothing. She finally says, and then Maureen, who brings, the spirit guide bring Maureen into the picture, into that transitional screen. And she speaks, Maureen speaks that I would rather not be with him. Then the school in which we were originally planning to meet will be irrelevant. Bob will now not go there because of this. So the spirit guide is saying that no matter what, we can still arrange for you to meet. They were supposed to meet in the school as per Bob's original plan, pre-birth plan. But Maureen says, no, I don't want it that way. Spirit guide says we can even arrange for you to meet at the same age you would have met previously. Maureen says, no, it's very important we share a history that begins in school. it's not just my comfort with Bob, it's Bob's comfort with me. It's more important for him because this is his plan and we are changing his plan. They turn to Bob and ask his opinion, and he says he understands and agrees with her. Though it is obvious that he was very disappointed. But then he says, I realize Bob says to Maureen that he releases. So he releases her from the agreement, which they actually planned before his birth, the original agreement. And there will be another time and place when we can come together again and share our lives as one. And she takes his hand, and Maureen says, Thank you. Thank you for releasing me from your original plan. Yes, there will be lives. In 3 lives from this, we can be together again. And he nods his head in agreement. And there is an embrace, right? So instead of walking out of this room, her spirit form just disappears. And so the last question where, when Bob says that I release you from this agreement, and I thought, why is that important? Because if they are working on the soul level, everything should be understood. But it was important there also. And the author also captures that by saying that Bob releases her and his expectation, because even on the soul level, they wrestle with that. They wrestle with expectations. Like here, it's a big thing, right? Most of the fights are because we have expectations. So even at soul level, the expectation is there, and they wrestle with that. But they have an easier time of it, and it is still an issue for many of us not to place expectation and assumption on other individuals who are important to us. So releasing is very important even at soul level, but it's not as difficult as we face it here. And let them free from assumptions. So this is all I captured today. Madhuji, let me know if I missed anything or if you want to add anything.
Thank you so much, Rani ji. It was perfect, and I was like closing my eyes and listening to whatever you said. Today I wasn't following the write-up, maybe Sanjay ji would shed light on that. But for me, I think it was proper. Only the part where the soul is actually, like as you said in the last line, right? At the soul level also, they have some expectations. But for me, I believe it wasn't the expectation at the soul level. It would be basically that they were soulmates from lifetimes, and they have another lifetime to come back to living together as a soulmate, That's what I'm thinking. It was not maybe Bob is not expecting it, just because Maureen as at soul level spirit form is some basically that is something else, some kind of other form is there where when you are working at the spirit level, you are much more near to the love, unconditional love, and you have to, like, you are already compassion in that compassion stage. So but I would say they were not basically expecting anything. It was just for Bob's learning, it had to be like that, so that Bob can learn, or he can face that challenge or something. So anyhow, this is what I feel, but let us just listen from Sanjay ji.
Hello, Madhuji. And Raniji, very well done. It's like very precisely and then same time detailed also, I would say, like to put up this story together. So very clear. So this story is very unique actually within this book also, that we have heard many experiences in Andy, right? Where when Andy and the death time also, like so when somebody is dying, that the spirit guide will come beside that person and they will talk to him and give him ease to come out, and then they take it that person with them. So that's like people are saying coming out of Andy, so they can justify that. But this is a pre-planning phase also, where birth has been taken or being taken, and then spirit guide are standing right there. So in this case of Bob, when he's going through that accident where the excessive oxygen has been fed into his brain, and that caused blindness. They were like spirit guides are there beside him, watching him, and then he is also coming out of body and then watching everything, and then they are replanning the thing. So that's very fascinating thing here. Like yesterday we were touching upon, right?
Yeah.
So one thing is like when you do the your birth planning, like a pre-birth planning basically. So it's like a complete flow chart that this will be the first step, then this will happen, then this, yes, then you go in this path, if no, and then fall back other options. It's like our project planning, kind of like production implementation kind of thing, where plan A, plan B, and plan C. If this doesn't go well, then we'll back out and we'll do this. If this doesn't go well, then we'll do this. Like that, we'll have multiple options. Similar way it's happening here also. So there are, and the other fascinating thing is the Bob is there and they are explaining him this is going to be challenging and this is what your state is, where you want to continue with this or come out of this and then take another birth. So that's a very basically it's a kind of like a never thought about this kind of situation also, or any thought on this from anywhere, that you can decide at that point of time also with your spirit guide whether you want to take this challenge with this disability, because it was not planned. So whatever you have planned is anyway you agreed upon, but this is something new. So whether you want to take it or not, and they were asking him, and he was very brave enough to take that courage, and then he's saying, yes, I want to take it forward. And then they started making the chart. So there is a first step where they have the plan, which is pre-birth, basically what he has agreed before coming to the birth. Then there is a transitional plan where they are putting the things from pre-birth to there, and then there is a final plan where things will stay right there. So we can visualize the things, right? There are three screens there. They are pulling out, like dragging item from one screen to second and second screen to third screen. So it's like planning also happening where birth has just taken. 2 days old baby is going through this whole thing again.
Wow.
So very
But
fascinating.
yeah, but in the spirit form, basically, the Bob is in the spirit form, watching his own baby eyes, and then everything is being discussed and planned. Now, when we are talking about the spirit form, what is happening? The spirit will always tell you not to be fearful, not to be, in that anger state or anything. And even like when we are discussing this, spirit form is never in that state. It is always in that unconditional, loving state, and basically not fearful and ready to take on challenge. Where Maureen comes and she says that, I wouldn't want to be there because it's maybe there was some pre-planning for Bob to face that challenge, right? And we would actually come to know about it when Stacy speaks. Let us hear that, right? So Sanjay
Tomorrow
has already read, right?
we'll go with that.
Yeah, that's what. But I see, I haven't even read, but that's what my feeling is. When we are actually, imagining that or thinking about it, reviewing it, from when we look from the eyes of Stacy, or when we look from the psychic vision of Stacy, we need to wait for that, because that's what I feel, that Stacy would be coming and telling us that why Bob has planned this kind of life, and why Maureen actually took a step back. Because see, for me, I believe that these two were soulmates, and they would actually get back onto this in another lifetime. They can just finish this off. That
I
is
think
what I.
you're already there actually.
Wow. Oh wow. My guess is right, right?
Yeah. Sherlock
Wow.
Holmes already playing the mystery.
Yeah, I was meditating. I think I got that.
Yes, that's how
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
going
So,
to
and
work.
it was, and she also said this is more important for Bob. This is Bob's journey. So why would he want to miss out on that
No,
phase?
because there must be
Yeah,
something, because from the past, when we were talking about Penelope's story, that time Penelope's also go into that her life, journey would be actually for helping people, volunteering, for
Mm.
all those people who were with the ethnic minority, who were female, and then also they were deaf. So she is actually helping, and that's a challenge that she took, but she was not ready for that person to be that man who murdered his mother. she was not ready for that man to be here, because otherwise there would be more difficulties, more challenges. So we definitely come with set of challenges, and we need to finish those challenges, and we need to balance our karmas. So, but that man, because he created karma, nobody else, so he has to balance. But there is no expedition for finishing that journey. But here in Bob's state, maybe we will come to know what Stacy. I'm waiting for that. I haven't read the story, so but anyhow, this is what I have to say. I'm definitely waiting for that story to come out.
I just wanted to share one realization, like when he was given an option by the spirit angels, like, do you want to still go ahead with this life or come with us and we'll plan something else? So at that point, what I'm thinking with my ego, that, oh, what about the parents? What about the children? What about the family, right? This life you have planned and you have everybody surrounded by you. And then you go and plan something else, you're going to leave them, right? So I'm thinking with my limited knowledge that, but think about it. So we are attached to people here, or we are attached to relationship, to friends, to everybody here, but it just does not go that way in the spirit level,
If you
right?
had asked me a year ago, or if you have said something like that, not a year ago, sorry, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, I would have, seconded you with that notion. But now, because now we are learning, now you're also learning, right? So you also, when a day from now, you will be in my state, in which state that now you won't be worried, you won't be that much attached to your family, but because you know that you are on a journey, there's some plan, there's some purpose. So today, what we feel as mothers or wives, or maybe husbands, whoever are here, right, everyone, what do we think? That we are definitely into spirituality. Now we have learned so much. So now if we have to go tomorrow, or just now after a second, or a minute, what are we going to do? Are we going to crib about, oh, I have to finish that, this and that? No, because we know now that we are souls, we are not the body, and we are on a journey. We have to do something. That is where we are. So what is happening with Bob or Penelope's or any other story is basically we are learning soul plan, pre-birth planning, and that is what I also must have. So I always had questions in my life, and you know that, Raniji, because
Yeah.
now I always used to think, why me? Why me? Why I have to go through this so many things, Why only me? Everyone's life is so normal. Why me? I had this question. But now I know, because I have come here with set of challenges so that I can fulfill those challenges, learn from those challenges, and progress further. And now this is another thing, that in my life journey, I am also a light worker. I'm also going on to that journey. Like for when we talk about pre-birth planning, I'm actually volunteering myself to help people. There's some other thing that I had taken under consideration, and I have to go through that. And so that is why I'm actually having all those sets of challenges, because there's that lot of experience also, because I have been given those experiences in my past, this lifetime's past, basically.
Mm.
So that is
I
what.
second that, Madhuji. Yeah, correctly, rightly said. And basically, this relationship, what we have, it's at the ego self when we are in 3D here. That this is my parent and this is my wife or these friends. But when you get to the spirit side, you are not taking your whole spirit here. Actually, the whole energy of a spirit, you take portion of it, come here, and same time remaining of your energy stays other side. So when we depart from here, we transition from here, we are again going to meet other side, and all of the ND experiences will will attest this thing that we met our grandparents and others, and they were all in like their young form basically.
Yeah.
So you're not losing anything until we are in just body ego. We'll say like somebody left, and then we will be cribbing about it. Otherwise, you are not losing anybody. You'll see them other side, and they are always there for welcoming you.
Yeah, correct. So here, one point that I want to take it further for everyone to understand, that when we are on that soul plan journey, we planned and we are here. Now, don't you think that whenever we are going through that particular challenge or anything, our spirit guides are there, always helping out. But
Yeah.
always understand that these spirit guides are those people who are from your ancestral line pattern, who
Yeah.
are who are always there helping us. And that's what I come to know, that they really feel sorry for whatever they have put me through. They definitely are saying that. Now I know that I had always this question. I would be in tears and I would say, why me? Why you are like, I would be like that angry and just telling them. But then later on, I understood, okay, because this is my journey. I had to, because I was cleaning up, transmuting everyone's energies, not only my family, but my ancestral pattern lines also. And that is where, so it's not as if I'm all alone. They are there helping me out, and they definitely feel bad about, but they're also proud of that. Same way, definitely when I understood that they are there with me, I should be like, I stood there now, because see, there are two kinds of challenges that happened. One was that accident, and one was when I delivered my elder daughter. So one time I felt as if there was someone who came, and they were not someone, you all know. I was talking about Yamaraj, and Yamaraj came, and he wanted to take me. And I said, no, I don't want to go. That was my free will. And second time, again, another accident happened, but nothing happened to me. But there was that vapor body coming into my car and saving me. And then I realized that's why this happened two times, with the life thing. And I'm thinking, so this time they did not take my life. What am I doing? That is what use am I for them? There must be something. So that clicked, and then I understood, okay. And then when Patri sir came, and then this everything started, then I understood my life purpose, that there is something that they want me to do. And then everything came back. So it was like my guides are helping me. They showed me. And then there was another vision that came to me when I was not going through the Buddha Purnima celebration event. So I was not taking any step, I was just sitting in that group, nothing, doing nothing. And then they showed me, a day before, they showed me that I'm a Lama and I'm a monk and I have to do that. Then I took on that thing. So your guides, your masters, ascended masters, guides, guardian angels, they will come and tell you. So always have that trust and faith. That is what I felt, and that is what I believe in. So, but that is wonderful. Thank you, Rani ji, and thank you, Sanjay ji. Let us take Neerja ji first, and then we can go into meditation. Or anyone has to share anything.
So, this is a great presentation. Very good job, Rani ji.
Thank
One
you.
thing that what I was thinking was a comment, like they say, when we go in meditation, our impressions that we have kind of dissolve. So I'm wondering how that connects with our soul journey, so when we are born, they say sometimes we're born with impressions, and if you do not meditate, then your thoughts and things kind of get fossilized in your mind, and then you carry it on to the other one. But how is meditation? I'm trying to see that, we all find the peace in it, but trying to find the connection of how to make that.
I will tell
How
you. Neerja ji, thank you so much for your question. And basically, we are very, like, for everyone who is here, see, English group had been, I have created this group, but lot of work is still to be, like, it has to be done here. Now, when you're talking about impressions, in every lifetime, when we incarnate, we go through so many challenges and experiences, and then we create those experiences. And they are actually in the form of memory, in the form of pain, trauma, blockages, any kind, or diseases. They are actually there, stuck in the astral body, mental body, and causal body. So as soon as your body dies, your soul goes, and now the life review happens, soul plan, another incarnation. But as soon as the that doer, basically, that how to say, your soul incarnates into another body, what happens, the doer from that past, or the doer actually starts getting into that new body. And as soon as the first breath, as you breathe in, that time, that all that memory, astral, mental, causal, everything now gets intact into the new body, the new incarnation.
Mhm.
So there, but how to get out of that, basically through meditation, is it is not only about meditation, but also doing your inner work. It is not about meditation only. Okay. So whatever you do. So from my childhood, what I was doing was, my mother inculcated that every day when you are sitting or have your own me time and think about yourself from morning till evening, how you spent your time, what you did, what all things happened, and is there anything that you can correct? Is there anything that you can correct in yourself? And that was the point, that every day I was doing my inner work, every day. So that is where you start improving yourself bit by bit, second by second, every memory by memory, and then not going backwards into your past. Definitely
Past.
there will be, there
Yeah.
will be things. But then what are you doing? You are actually clearing up, understanding, dissecting each and every memory, everything to the like bit by bit, and processing it and clearing it up. So now when we talk about souls or soul journey or soul plan, what are we doing? We are actually understanding what is happening with us, everything. So we have to dissect everything, understand what is the cause, who am I, why I am here, what is the purpose, why this situation happened to me. Question everything. Until unless you start questioning, you are not going to clear anything up. So why this is happening? Because you are already here in this soul journey and soul plan, and we are doing so many swadhyayas, sajjan sangatya, we are able to understand. Just imagine the plight of those people who doesn't have anyone to even guide them. That is the reason why we are here, and that is why I feel that this is the best platform to understand that everything, whatever we learn is light, and whatever we gain is also light. But on that soul plan, soul journey level, we all have to understand that to progress further, to go further on soul levels, and we need to understand everything. The spiritual wisdom should be there, and we need to do inner work. Inner work is
Yeah.
the point where we start clearing up our emotions, and then we actually clear those things on the astral plane, mental plane, causal plane, the supracausal plane.
Yeah. Yeah, no, very nicely said. Because I think in Sahaj meditation, I remember with the initiation, in the morning meditation, the way you say gratitude, they say in the evening meditation, you kind of say something went wrong today. And in your mind, you just correct it. You kind of sweep it to where you think it is the right way. So keep on having a positive affirmation, gratitude for it.
Yeah.
No, but that's thanks. But it's interesting that when we say that when people die, we say rest in peace, but it looks like soul's life is also going to be busy. It is.
Yes. The soul
Yes.
is always busy working on
Yeah.
themselves. The life review happens there. We are actually being washed. We are being purified. And when we are in that purified body,
Purified.
the soul state, purified soul state, that time we are not in that state to even judge, criticize, or not question. We are just thinking, oh, really? Did I do that? So
Yeah.
that's why every day, whatever you do, definitely
Yeah.
we have our own shortcomings. I also have
Right.
them. But and then we try to justify those shortcomings by saying, oh, it's right, we just did this, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Nicely said.
Okay, thank you, Dichari. Your question is very, like, it was very good. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Chakshuji, and your question, please. Unmute yourself.
Hello, Madhuji. Atma Vandan to everybody. So whatever I am going through regarding my health issue, I used to think like that. Why me? Everyone else's life is so normal. We all are the kind of same age. Our relatives, cousins, or whoever I see. Why happened to me? This? Why me? I always used to ask a question in the beginning, but after I joined this meditation, I realized everything is a soul plan. So it's maybe past karma, or maybe soul plan that I need to learn so I can be a better soul, so I can be near to the god, maybe somehow, somewhere. That's what I think now. So I'm really thankful to you all, Madhuji. If you were not in my life, I don't know, I would have criticized everything,
No, I
whatever
think if I would
is
not have been
happening
there,
right
there
now.
would be someone else. Why worry?
Ah,
I would say, yeah.
I did not thought like that.
You always have to think that way. Question yourself and say that if not Madhuji, there would have been someone else brought into your life by your spirit guides. So don't worry. There will always be someone. There will always be someone to guide you. So it just happens that I'm here. That's all. So that is why I
Yeah.
say that you all are lighthouses. Don't forget that. Not for a minute. You don't even know how worthy you are, how worthy you all are. Definitely, someone needs to go out and make that streak, right? Like when you see geese, flying to south
Mm-hmm.
side, what
Mm-hmm.
do they do? The first geese that makes the way, and then there are other that comes along with that geese, but they are also flying. So now when the first one tires up, he takes the back space, and then the second one comes and he starts going ahead. So it's always,
Right.
there will be someone. Don't worry. In spirituality also, if I'm not there, Meenakshi ji will be there. If Meenakshi is not there, Rani ji, Sanjay ji will be there. I'm actually focusing on that who can come and meditate.
But
Madhuji, I'm thinking
yeah,
about
so
this
now
hologram for Chakshuji that was shown to her, and they must have shown your picture. So Madhuji will come into your life at this phase.
Yes, yes,
Do you
that's what.
accept it?
That is
So I'm
what.
imagining that.
Yeah, and see, that's what I always tell. This is also, it's not a joke, masters, but we are laughing on this. But the thing was, no, I'm not telling you. It is about my own thing, because I have like laughing and going on in my head. You know why? Because, when I think that I have actually felt that, I must have taken so many things from you all guys that now I'm just giving it back.
oh my God, I did not even thought like that. I thought
That is what.
maybe
That's
Madhuji is
why
guiding me
no, no, no.
because of
Whenever
I
I
have
tell
some good
that,
karmas done.
don't
That's why
appreciate,
you
like,
are guiding
appreciation is
me.
good. Appreciation is good. But just don't think that I'm doing such a wonderful job. No, no, I'm doing my work. I'm just that this is my purpose. But just imagine, I must have taken so much from you guys that I'm just giving it back. I'm just guiding you. I'm just that guiding, like that's all. That's all it is, masters. So it's okay. Let us now get into meditation.
But Madhuji, you are so down to earth. Always you are like, no, I'm not doing anything. My masters are doing. You are always how you can be so down to earth by
Because I've
helping
learned.
everybody
Because
indirectly, but and you are so down to earth.
I have learned, I have learned it, I understand it, that it is not only me, but my masters, my God. Earlier, I would be like, I did that, I did this. In my family, I would do that, because I was ignorant. But as soon as
Mm-hmm.
I understood that this is where, my masters are behind me, they are, see, so many guides, so many masters, so many teachers are there. Patriji came. My life definitely had been a challenge, but until unless I went through those challenges, I learned the lessons the hard way, I wouldn't have come out, right? So same way for you, Chakshuji, I have told you already, even with the card reading when I did for you, even when we were doing Hindi group meditation or Swadhyaya, what did we do?
Yeah.
I have always told you that there was some kind of lesson that you had to go through. Until unless you go through this kind of pain and challenge, you wouldn't have understood how much does it take to make fun of someone else, or to do, or just scream
Right.
about it or be angry at someone. Now you understood. You understood compassion. You are now kind. Now you understand that yes, I need to be helpful. I will volunteer for those people. If I can take care, I will do that. Right?
Right. Perfectly.
That's
Absolutely
all.
right.
Okay.
I understood so much after in this hospital, after going through all this situation, is made me so much understanding and giving like, I feel maybe I have become so peaceful, relaxed. Before I was like, ye bhi karna hai, wo bhi karna hai. Like I want to do everything at the same time. But
Correct.
now I feel I've understood like not to judge everybody. Why judge? Who are we to judge even
That is
anybody?
what.
So
And because at soul level, we are not to judge anyone, and the soul never
yeah,
judges. So if you are in that body consciousness and that ego mindset is there, definitely we will judge. And see, when we are joking, laughing, we do that. Everyone does that. But you have to understand that no, every person is around us is basically our own creation. That is that we have created our reality. Okay. So anyhow, let us now go into meditation masters.
thank you,
Thank you,
Madhuji.
Chakshuji. Thank you. Yeah. So, Rani ji, I'm not sure if you are ready for meditation or not, but just asking. I am not sure if she is here or not, but masters, let's take our position. And if you have any questions, Rani ji, are you ready for meditation? Yes or no?
Next time, Madhuji, but thanks.
Okay. Yeah,
I'm
just
working
check.
on it.
Yeah, no, it's good. And
Thank you.
definitely we need people, right, to give meditation classes, and we need people to help other people as well, so that they become awakened and they meditate. We need to make them learn as well. So anyhow, masters, let's take our position. So 3 positions we have to lock. First position is you have to sit cross-legged like this. Second is you have to clasp your hands and fingers into fingers, and keep them on your lap. And third is the third one, you have to just close your eyes and start breathing in and breathing out. We are doing Anapansati meditation. When I say Anapansati, this word has been taken from Pali language from India. And when we say An, the meaning is breathing in. Apan is breathing out. And Sati, meaning becoming one with your in-breath and out-breath. So masters, let's go into meditation. Let's go with our in-breath and out-breath. And let us first relax our body, mind, and slowly and slowly, as you go inwards, as you progress more and more deeper, we are going to relax our soul. We are going to talk with our soul. We are going to experience our soul. So as you breathe in, masters, take a deep breath in and very slowly release any heavy energy, emotional energies from your mind, your body, each and every part of your organs, body, cell, wherever you feel there is trauma, there is hurt, pain, just breathe into it, breathe into that body part. And when you release, just you have to imagine that you're releasing that pain and trauma out through your breath and let it transmute into golden energies. Until unless you think about it, that you're releasing, you're ready to let go of that pain, trauma, or any thoughts, you are not going to release or let go. Releasing and letting go also happens when you think about it, that yes, I'm ready to let it go. I'm open to receive new energy, and I'm open to let go of old energy. I don't want to take anybody's energy, and I don't want to cycle those energies again and again in my life. So if you are ready to forgive people, because everyone makes mistakes, you would be surprised to know that it's not only you, but everyone else have created mistakes, done mistakes. So let us now forgive each and everyone. Forgive your own self, not to be in guilt. Release and relax. So breathing in, masters, breathing in, taking it very slow and steady. Take 10 seconds to breathe in as you progress from head to toe. And as you release, breathe out, release, and relax. Breathing in and breathing out, relaxing your brain area, your head space, your forehead. So every breath makes us feel relaxed and rejuvenated. As you progress inwards, with every incoming breath, relax your facial expressions, your jaws, your tongue, your neck, your brainstem region. as you are breathing in, Masters. Relax your shoulders, your hands, elbows. Feel the energies of every breath coming in. And as you breathe out, feel the vibrations of every breath, breathing out, releasing any pain from your shoulders, any over responsibility that you have taken, which pressurizes you, pulls you down. Release that and relax. You breathe in, Masters. Try to relax your spine, your upper back, middle back, and lower back. As you breathe in, feel your vertebrae and spine, the hollow of your spine, breathing along with you, from the tailbone up till your brainstem and going up towards your crown. Every breath relaxes and rejuvenates you. Feel each and every breath entering your heart and lungs as well. Let your lungs expand as you breathe in. Let them relax as you breathe out. As you breathe in, Masters, bring your life force energy through your nostril as you breathe in and let it pass through your gut, your throat, and let it come down into your stomach region. Breathe in and breathe out. As you breathe in, feel the relaxation happening. In all your organs, besides your stomach, your liver, pancreas, gallbladder, liver, small intestine, kidneys, and spleen. Let each and every breath fill your organs with rejuvenating breath. May it help you with peace, calm, and serenity. And again, each breath that comes in, it enters your reproductive region. It goes down into your large intestine, into your lower abdomen and rectal region, helping your excretory organs as well. feel the expansive breath inside your stomach region, abdomen region. Let it help you expand the stomach muscles as if you're making space inside to let your organs breathe. Breathe in and relax as you breathe out. As you breathe in, now let us relax the lower half part of the body. Let your hips, thighs, knees, calf muscles feel the relaxation as you breathe in and as you breathe out. As you breathe in, masters, relax your calf muscles, your ankles, heels, soles of your feet, and your toes. Now let us ground our energies into Mother Earth as we do it every day. Grounding your energies help you calm your body down, makes you feel in unison with everyone else, with your own self, becoming one with your breath and going deep inside Mother Earth, anchoring your roots, becoming one with Mother Earth, aligning and grounding yourself. As we progress further, remember to be aware of every breath, how it comes in and how it goes out. As you breathe in, masters, now let go of your body's consciousness. Forget about your body. Forget about your name for this while meditating. Detach from all the worldly dramas, materialistic things, and equations and relations. You just have to be with your breath. As you breathe in and as you breathe out, you become one with everything. So be in that state. And as you go deeper and deeper, become one with your soul. Be with your breath, masters. Every breath counts. Every second of your breath counts. Every moment, become one with your in-breath and out-breath. Let there be no thinking, no mantra, and no chanting. Just being with your breath. Being with your breath holds the key to go deeper and deeper and meet your soul. Helps you go into transcendental states, helping you unravel the plan, the journey. Just be with your breath. As you breathe in, masters, feel the vibrations of every breath. These vibrations are nothing but the atom inside your body, vibrating at a higher speed. When these atoms are not in movement, you are ignorant. But when they start moving, when they start vibrating, they come in contact with pure Chaitanya, pure consciousness, the energy that flows into you, creates this vibration. That is the Prakriti. The nature itself is helping you create your reality by helping you regain that energy which is all around you. That is the Parbrahm. As you breathe in, remember, you are also bringing in creation power, creative power inside you, with every atom vibrating at a higher speed, helping you manifest whatever you have in your thought process or in the deeper subconscious level. So let us make a habit of thinking positive every now and then, or being in that zero state. So if you are not creating anything, not thinking about anything, you are not creating anything positive or negative, being in that present state, so my dear masters, very slowly, let us all straighten up our bodies. Bring your consciousness into your body now. Try to feel your toes, your hands, your feet. As you are breathing in and breathing out, take one step at a time to feel and know your body. Getting into your body's consciousness, feeling your body from crown to your feet, straightening it up. And now, as you straighten up your spine, your neck and your head, very slowly, try to unclasp your hands and fingers. Very slowly. Now open your palms and keep your hands and palms on your eyes for 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2. And very slowly, whenever you feel ready, masters, whenever you feel ready and comfortable, please do open your eyes beneath your palms, and with a slow and steady smile in your face, let us open our eyes and remove your hands and be thankful and grateful for this wonderful meditation and wonderful Swadhyaya by Rani Ji. Let us give gratitude to Mother Earth and the Divine Universe, Divine Mother Nature, for showering their blessings on us in the form of life force energy, cosmic energy, and Mother Earth's grounding energies. Let us all thank our fellow meditators for sharing their time, space, and energy with us. Thank you so much, Masters. Thank you. Thank you so much, Rani ji. That was a very wonderful Swadhyaya. Thank you. So, Masters, thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Kiranmai ji. If anyone has anything they want to share, please do. If anyone has any experience, they can by taking a minute or two, and then we can go and end the session, Masters. If not, that's okay too. You can raise your hand if anyone wants to. Thank you, everyone. Okay, Masters. So I believe everyone is still into meditation and into that energies. So take your time, relax, have a wonderful night from this part of the world you have joined. A very good night to each and every participant from USA. And to all those people who are joining from India, have a wonderful day, Masters. Enjoy your day. Have a positive attitude towards life and how you live. Let us meditate every day. Let us teach meditation to everyone. Awaken everyone. May we all be filled with peace, love, light, and harmony. May we all be happy, healthy, and vibrant. With that, Masters, we will end the session. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, someone has written. Oh. Thank you so much, everyone. Let's meet tomorrow. So tomorrow it will be Sanjayji's meditation and Swadhyaya. Let's see what he has in store for us with the new story.